Woohoo! Pizza's here. Cheeseburger pizza. Literally, cheeseburger pizza. Wondered if it actually tastes like a cheeseburger. Here goes. Wow. Actually tastes like cheeseburger.
This is a tasty burger.
This week's video, I wanted to talk about moving on up, moving offices. We've been in our own fair few selection of offices over the many years. So I thought it'd be fun to share our journey, share where we've been over the years. Warm cookies. Now, warm cookies are a staple of every healthy diet. It's true. And we're done. For now. My first office was my living room, and it was very much a living room. We had sofas in one end. The other half of the living room was a baby grand piano. And my drum kit. When we started our business, the baby grand piano got sold, the drum kit got put into storage, and instead we put desks in. We had, I think it was 3 desks. Obviously started with 1, and then we had 3 desks in the end. That was literally where we started, was from the back of my living room. As most businesses do, they'll start from your house. And then I started playing roller hockey, and one of the guys who was playing roller hockey with me was trying to build his own indoor skating rink, or roller hockey rink, or whatever you want to call it. It actually came to fruition, and he managed to get the premises and get the rink and get it all shipped in. It was there for about 2 years. It went out of business because there was issue with the roof. It was leaking onto the floor. You couldn't skate because it wasn't safe to skate, and so it shut down. And so we had a lease line in there that we were having to then pay for every single month until the end of the 3-year contract. I think it's about £2,000 or something that we had to suck up, and we were still paying for the rink's broadband connection months and months and months after it had gone. So that was very much a lesson learned. Obviously for the rink you needed the warehouse. We had a massive warehouse unit for the rink, and there was the rink in there. There was also a bar, which was very, very convenient. And so we basically had the office unit was on the front. So there's a big warehouse with a tiny little office unit on the front. We recarpeted the whole place. We put new blinds down, painted the walls, really kind of decked it out. I think we even painted the doors gloss orange, because that was very much the colour theme, was black and orange when we first started. We even found a dining room table that was black and orange, and the chairs were black and orange. That was incredible. And as far as the offices go, they were quite far from ideal. They were, brilliant first offices. We got such a great deal on them in terms of the rent we were paying. We were sharing the office space with the team that was running the rink. The constant mess in the corner of where their desks were. My wife's first day, we had maggots on the floor of the office. I've not told this to anybody, certainly not any of our customers. We had maggots on the floor of our office. Just disgusting. The office smelled of pizza on a daily basis because they kept getting pizzas in to eat for lunch and for dinner. We had smelly hockey stuff left in the office a couple of times. The office stank of, just hockey, which is not a pleasant smell, believe me. It certainly wasn't very pleasant, but it was a great start for us. And then we moved into a bigger office, which was at Thursall Farm in Fareham. And that was probably actual office space, probably no different really to this room. And we had, I think we moved in, there was 3 of us. So there was literally 3 staff. We had 5 parking spaces. And I couldn't ever dream of moving into a place and ever really outgrowing it. I never thought I'd see the day where we'd grow out of that office. And so quite naively, I then signed up to a 10-year lease. Don't laugh, I'm laughing, don't laugh. Which I now know is completely not standard for certainly new businesses and smaller office spaces. In fact, I think the reason why I thought 10 years was standard was because the rink where we moved out of, they had signed a 10-year lease as well. So I was like, well, 10 years. 3 years later, there was 12 of us in the office, 5 parking spaces, and in a room this size. It was very, very cozy indeed. So it didn't take us long, but we decided we had to move. So what did we do? We spoke to our landlords, and thankfully, they agreed that if we found someone to take over our existing lease, then we would be allowed out, providing we covered their legal costs. But they allowed us out, which is fantastic. We managed to find somebody to move in, and it turned into they actually turned into one of our customers who moved into our old offices. So kind of big bonus there, which is really, really nice. And so we moved out. Now, thankfully, we achieved that, and now we are in our new home on Cam's estate in Fareham. Close to the motorway, we've got fibre optic lease line provided by a neighbour over the road. We're near a data centre. We are in the best location. We've got a cafe on site. We've got some lovely walks around the place here, and it's just great. We have the space. We can do things. We can do many, many things. Like this. It is just crazy what a difference a few years makes. From the very first offices in our house and having to sacrifice the piano and the drum kit, to now having an office that's about 2,500 square feet on what I would like to call prime location in Fareham, so close to the motorways, in what I hope to be a very presentable office. And the issue we had when we were looking for offices was there was lots of warehousey, industrial type units on display, but there were not any professional. He says as he's riding a skateboard in an office. There are no professional offices that are anything of this calibre. So I would like to send a big thank you to my old boss. Something that most people don't know about these offices is the landlord of our offices is actually my old boss from my last IT company. And to have a landlord that was your old boss is very interesting. It's something I never thought would ever happen. It was very convenient for us. They had a tenant moving out just at the time we were looking for offices. And yeah, it's who you know, not what you know. We took a bit of a leap of faith because we actually signed the lease agreement for these offices before we found a tenant for our old offices. So we actually factored in that we might be paying rent for 2 offices for about a year. So that was a big risk. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not already. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos get posted up. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.